In GATE, whatever questions they ask in recurrence relations, they cannot give us the questions in such a way that you need to solve them. You can just use your common sense and solve all the questions. I'll take all the GATE questions asked on this topic and I'll tell you how to solve it without actually solving it, how to get the answer. So one good thing about these questions is, in 1990s, early 1990s and late 1980s, GATE question paper used to have both subjective as well as objective questions. Back then, when they used to ask these questions, it used to make sense because we had to solve the question and then get the answer if there are no options. But right now, they are supposed to give options for these questions because they are not numerical questions. Only for numerical questions they can give fill in the blanks. Since it is not a numerical question, they are definitely supposed to give the options, and whenever they give the option, you can directly solve them without doing anything, right? So I'll just tell you how to use common sense to solve all these GATE questions without actually discussing about the methods. They are not required. Okay, now see this, the recurrence equation. So they have given the recurrence equation, t of 1 equal to 1 and t of n equal to 2 into t of n minus 1 plus n. You cannot apply Master's theorem to these questions because it is not of the type of divide and conquer model. If it would have been given as t of n equal to a into t of n by b, then that would make sense to the Master's theorem. But then this one is definitely not Master's theorem, right? So you have to use other methods. So you can use any method to solve it. Easiest method is to use substitution and check the options. See this, they have clearly given that t of 1 equal to 1, which means in place of n, if you substitute 1, you are supposed to get 1. Now let's test all the options. What about this one? In place of 1, if you substitute 1, what happens to a? 2 power 1 plus 1 is 4, minus 1 minus 2, which is nothing but 1. Yes, t of 1 equal to 1, which means this is valid for the given, for t of 1, right? Now let's see if it is valid for any other options. If it is not valid for B, C and D, then we can say that A is the answer. Let's see that. Now let's see what does B evaluate to. 2 power 1 minus 1, which is also equal to 1. Therefore B is also giving the right answer as of now. So we have to use one more value to eliminate them, right? So this method is also called as selection by elimination. This is generally you might have used it in IIT entrance exams or IIEEE or your local engineering entrance exams, right? The same method I am using. Now what about C? 2 of 2 minus 2 minus 2, which is 0. Therefore eliminate it. What about this? D? 2 power 1 plus 1, which is 3. Eliminate it, because it has to be 1. T of 1 is given as 1. Now we have eliminated it, but then 2 are remaining. That is why you check with one more option. So this is what happened for n equal to 1. Now let's see what happens for n equal to 2. But we don't know what is the value of t of 2. So find it out from this. So what is t of 2? T of 2 equal to 2 into t of 1 plus 1. What is it? T of 2 equal to, what is 2 into t of 1? T of 1 is already found out to be 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 3. Therefore in A and B, whichever gives us 3 is going to be the answer. Okay. Now let's see A and B. What about A? If you put in place of n a value of 2, it is going to be 2 power 3 minus 2 minus 2, which is 8 minus 4, which is nothing but 4. And what about B? 2 power 2 minus 2, which is 2, right? So nothing is given as the answer. 2 power n minus n. Let me check the question once. I think I have written question wrong somewhere. 2 power n plus 1 minus n minus 2. It is right. Where did I do wrong? So 2 power n plus 1, it is nothing but 2 power 2 plus 1, which is 2 power 3 minus 2 minus 2, which means 8 minus 2 minus 2, which is 4, right? So let's see here. What about the value of this? Acha, t of 2 equal to plus 2 plus 2. which is nothing but 4. So now I think you're right. Okay, I did some mistake here. It was n is given, I have written 1 here. Okay, so anyway, this is the answer. So B is now wrong because it is giving a value of 2 for T of 2, but T of 2 is actually 4 and only A is giving the right answer. So for both n equal to 1 and 2, only option A has given us the right answers and all the other options are giving us the wrong answer. So we can eliminate them. So this is called as selection by elimination method, and this is the answer. You can solve any question about recurrence equations using this method. Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.